Now, if you're watching Breakfast yesterday, we set you a challenge. If 1,000 of you sent us an email, then the National Forest would plant 1,000 trees to make a BBC Breakfast woodland.
We were overwhelmed by your response. Almost 3,000 of you emailed in today, so we have sent John Maguire to the National Forest to find out what is going to happen next. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. What a response it's been. I think we were absolutely delighted, thrilled, blown away, weren't we? Just to give you an idea of the National Forest, Charlie was here telling us all about it yesterday. Right in the centre of England, those three counties in the East Midlands, 200 square miles of forest. It's its 25th anniversary today. I just wanted to show you this picture here. This is what this site used to look like. We think probably around 15 years ago, an open-cast coal mine. You can see that coppice of trees just in the centre of the picture there. Well, that's that dark area of trees just at the back there. So this whole area has been reclaimed, being used within and by the National Forest. You'll see that big lake there. So it's very much a work in progress, and thanks to you, you're going to help with that work to continue. We thought that by planting the seed of an idea, we may, with your help, be able to plant 1,000 trees. But even we weren't expecting the scale of your response. From those who enjoy the fresh air and the vitality of woodland to the many for whom trees and forests have special significance, your emails have been heartfelt, sincere and much appreciated. Liz's photo of these woods in Kent reminds her of family walks with her sister Helen, who died 5 years ago from cancer. Katie tells us of camping in the New Forest. The reason I love trees is that they provide shelter for many woodland creatures, of which I was lucky enough to see while I was there. Squirrels, rabbit and deer all put in an appearance. Of her winter woodland photo, Sandra describes, woodlands are the most stunning, interesting, restful, peaceful places to be. And from Tony, on behalf of our 4-month-old daughter, I want to thank you for this initiative to help future generations. Our thanks to you all. And our thanks also to Esther Walker, who's one of the viewers that emailed in with Sue Anderson from the National Forest as well. Esther, why did you get in touch?
Well, I thought it was such a wonderful scheme. I'm born and bred in Leicester, and I've lived in the Middle East for about the last 30 years, coming back home every summer to the Leicestershire area, which is on the southern border, basically, of the National Forest. And my children enjoyed going through the outwards and playing hide and seek. And if we don't keep these forests going, our future generations won't be able to enjoy the same privileges. We've got all the environmental issues, of course, but the pure joy of being able to play, walk in the National Forest area, and I just thought it was a wonderful scheme, and with the BBC involvement it'll get such a very good publicity.
Let's hope so. You can feel the oxygen in your lungs, Sue, can't you? And you've got some oak leaves there. We've been blown away by the response, but you haven't been surprised at all, have you?
I'm not surprised at all that people absolutely love trees. We know that, and we encounter people all the time who love trees. What we're trying to do is get people involved and get them to take action on their love of trees. So whether they come and plant trees with us or look after young trees, or we've got schemes where we help people learn skills to look after woodlands as well.
Show us these wonderful acorns. They just look amazing.
Gorgeous acorns, and these are sort of ripening beautifully on the trees at the moment, and they'll be falling in the next few weeks. So if you want to gather some, get out there before the squirrels do.
Yeah, because they love them also. Yeah. Very, very quickly, how many trees do you think we will plant then?
We're going to be planting 1,000 trees that we promised yesterday, and we've doubled that now to 2,000 trees. So we're going to get local school children planting a lot of those trees, and we're working with the primary schools, so they'll be planting the trees. And it's adjacent to a high school, so as those trees grow up, so the children will, and we'll get the children looking after the young trees and maybe even harvesting a tree and making something from it before they leave school.
Let's hope so. Yeah. Good for them, good for you. Ladies, thank you very much indeed for talking to us this morning. A wonderful project, I'm sure you'll agree. Well, we know you agree, because you've given us such a great response. Thanks once again. Back to you guys.
Oh, John, thank you so much, and I can't wait to see it being planted, to go and visit it and everything else. It's brilliant. Thank you very much.
You're planning your trip.
I'm planning my trips.
Isn't it great as well? Breakfast viewer Esther, she sends an email in one day, the next day she's on the programme having a chat with Maguire. It's beautiful.
Who knew that was going to happen?